what's going on, and welcome back to Brickwatch, the channel where I have been collecting LEGO Speed Champions. We're talking custom ones, and we're talking official ones, together to slowly put them all decorated on my wall, all flat on the wall, covering the wall, which is a pretty big project. So subscribe and welcome back. How's everyone doing? This one's a bit late, but don't worry, I got a bit of a banger next week, because this one's late because I went to a car meet, a car show at Santa Pod Raceway, the drag strip. And at that car show, I bought a knockoff LEGO Speed Champion. So catch that next week. But this is a Nissan Skyline R32 or 3, or it's one of the two. I'll buy the official of whatever this was. But this is a LEGO Nissan Skyline R34. And actually, I never really revealed the car that early. Oh my god, what am I doing? It's been so long I filmed these that I'm losing track of what I do. Instead, I have, instead I can tell you what we're actually doing today. Today, we're talking Fast and Furious. We're talking family. We're talking the two Fast and Furious sets that LEGO has. We're gonna review them, we're gonna talk about them. See, one of them I've had since before this channel, and one of them I bought in just a collection of different ones, and both of those are gonna be discussed here, and I've actually got a lot of interesting things to say about them. So let's jump right into that. So obviously I bought the Charger very long ago. I think it was maybe my second ever LEGO Speed Champion that I bought, but the first that I built. Is that true? No. The first I built was the Supra, then I made it an RX-7, as you can see, and then recently I improved it 10 times over from the custom. It is such a clean RX-7 now. And then I built this thing, the Charger, and then I slowly bought the Hyundai Envision, and then I bought and built and bought and built, and here I am with this channel now. So this recent one, though, I just kind of bought because it was dirt cheap. Like, when I tell you dirt cheap, it was like £16 on Amazon, which I think is maybe $20 on America, I think. Because on Amazon, you can just go LEGO Speed Champions, and all of the, like, current ones are there for dirt cheap. Like, the Pagani Huayra, with the Pagani Utopia, sorry, which I do actually need. That one's, it's not in my collection, and I kind of want two, because you can turn it into a Spiker C8. That's a whole thing. The Pagani Utopia, that thing, I will be getting. And I'll get it for £16. The Ferrari that I have at the bottom here, that thing is £17, £18. Sorry, I'm not showing this on screen because, you know, it's Amazon. I don't want it to accidentally show my address. Then the e-tron is already £20 when it's a £25 set. The Countach is on here for 16. Same with the Paul Walker Super Skyline. I hope I didn't say Supra today at any point. I'm bad with that for some reason. Look, he had a Supra and he had a Skyline. It's an easy mix-up. Yes, the Paul Walker Skyline. Rest in peace, of course. That goes without saying. But yeah, you can get for 16 quid the Countach, the Porsche LMP. There's so many you can pick up for 18 quid. You can get the Ferrari, not this one, the other Ferrari. Already down from, like, yeah, a lot. Okay, so that's the basis, right? You can pick these cars up for very cheap. Oh, God. The James Bond Aston Martin's already gone up to £30. I want to buy all of the old ones, too, like the Corvette set, but it's £70. It's £70! £70, man! And the Elva? It's also expensive. Oh, well, I will buy those eventually, including the Nissan GT-R, which I'm going to turn into a BMW M2. Don't even ask. But today, I bought well, not today, today I built the Nissan Skyline Paul Walker R34. And honestly, I want to preface this upcoming review with, I did not expect to like this car. I expected the exact opposite. I expected to very much not like the Skyline. In fact, I bought it and I was like, yeah, this is one of the ones I'm never gonna build. Then I thought this video where I review the Fast and Furious cars would be pretty good. So I built it. And well, have my opinions changed, or do I still want, instead, having bought the R34, do I still want to instead go and buy one from Rebrickable? Buy one from a custom mock creator? Well, I guess we'll find out after this build. So here is the build of the Paul Walker Supra. Now, of course, I don't really have to slow this one down too much because, well, it's an official build. But if you want to catch the full build, head down there and become a member. There will be other member perks coming. But yes, if you want to watch the full build, unedited, you want to have it in the background, it doesn't have any audio, so you can just put on your own music, you can chill, and if you want some background footage, the build of this vehicle is up there raw. So, go ahead, enjoy, spoil yourself. It's all there for you. So yes, the build of the Paul Walker Supra is there, as well as every official speed champion that I've built on the channel. They're all there. And other things will be coming to the members of the channel. Now, I'm saying all this, not having set that up yet. So, sucks to be me, because I've just given future me a lot of work. Oh, God. Okay, well, so yeah, become a member if you want to go see the footage. But, like I was saying, the Paul Walker Skyline, the build of it, I will say that I have nothing to say. It was pretty mundane. I enjoyed making the interior. The interior was really nice to make, but I think this one is so old that I kind of knew everything upcoming. I've been able to look at this set long enough that I just kind of expected all of it. The stickers are hefty. Some things are stickers and some things aren't. Some things are stickers that I'm like, that didn't need to be a sticker. And then some things aren't stickers and I'm like, why isn't that a sticker, right? I don't know, it's weird. I guess we'll talk about that in the review. But the build process, it was pretty mundane. Now, I don't remember the build process of the Charger, but not too vividly at least, but I feel like it was a lot of fun. I mean, just fiddling with it right now. I've got it in my hands, and I've just detached the back of the car. It's a very fun build. And obviously, I don't have the footage of it because it's one I built before the channel started. But, like, having it right here, it's just such a fun build. It's such an interesting, unique way that the entire back of the car comes together. That's really cool. The way there's, roller skates used for the door handles, and there's all these, I love it. I love the way the Charger was built, honestly. Even though I don't remember how the build went, I'm fairly certain this thing was a lot of fun. Definitely more than the, Paul Walker Skyline. So yes, let's now talk about the Paul Walker Skyline and Dominic Toretto's Charger. The only two Fast and Furious cars. And here we are, back with the goddamn Dominic Toretto's Charger and the Skyline. These two cars together. God, how iconic, man. Or are they? Look, this one's iconic in its own right. It is. It absolutely is. But this one is also very iconic in its own right. But these two cars together, they just mean nothing. Look, I guess they're the two maybe most iconic. But you know what I'd much rather? You know what I'd much rather? I'd much rather this thing with the Supra. With Paul Walker's Supra. I'd much rather this thing with Yuki's... Is it Yuki? I might be completely wrong there. Yuki's S2000. Right? Imagine this with the Yuki S2000, the pink S2000. Imagine this, but with the Mitsubishi Eclipse or the Paul Walker Skyline. Both are Paul Walker's cars, but the Paul Walker Skyline or the Paul Walker Eclipse. They'd just be so much cooler. And again, I'm judging these as official speed champions because those exist as mocks, and I might even build those mocks, but they don't exist when it comes to official speed champions, official Lego speed champions. Now, Supra and Toyota are very weird to work with. Obviously, we know this from racing games. Obviously, I run a racing game channel, my main channel, Sidwaj, but here on Brickwaj, we're dealing with Legos. Yep, it's so wild to think that both of those deal with the same dumb licenses. In fact, it's even cooler to think that, like, you know what's actually really interesting? Is that being a racing game channel over on Sidwaj, I notice how different racing games get the same licenses at the same time. Like the 110, a Bugatti, a bunch of companies, a bunch of racing games got that at the same time. Same with the Lamborghini Countach, the newer one. Need for Speed and Crew got that like within a few months. The Gordon Murray T50, both of those got those like within a couple weeks or so, right? So these car companies are very intertwined, clearly, and really interestingly, I just find this because I'm a bit of a geek. Lego seems to do the same thing, because a bunch of these Lego cars, like the Dark Horse and the Hoonigan, those have been added at the exact same time the Dark Horse is added, or at least close, to Dark Horse is added to Forza, and the Hoonigan cars are added to the Crew Motorfest. So licenses are a thing overall, and that plays a big part in these two cars, the Fast and Furious cars. Because are we going to get any more of these? Because I don't know if we will. I feel like they would sell so well, but Lego just seems to be going all in on just the regular cars. Sorry, I'm hitting the mic. The G-Wagon, the Mercedes SL63, the Aston Martin, I mean F1. F1 seems to be what they're going big in. The Aston Martin with the pace car. And then on top of that, we get the Lamborghini. So I guess there's video game cars, like the Lamborghini Vision GT. I guess. But seems weird to do that and not do more Lego Speed Champion Fast and Furious. Because this is a review of the whole line. And the line has been two cars. And those two cars, I think, have a lot of unmet potential individually. So let's talk about them. First, Dominic Toretto's Charger. This thing, I think, is pretty great. It's long, which obviously it can't be wide because American cars are very wide, but these are 8-stud. But its longness makes up for that. Because it's so long, it feels American. Because American cars are dumb big. And this thing is dumb big. So I like that. It's American. And honestly, every single other thing about this car, I don't... See, the worst thing is, I don't care for the car itself. I don't. The Charger, not my thing. But this Lego version, everything about it really holds up. Except for... That is the absolute worst thing that completely ruins this set for me. It completely destroys this set for me. It's such a pain. And I know there's different mock people who can show you how to make it so that this doesn't do this. But, God, it is such a pain. Why? Look, Lego, you were experimenting, that's great. This upcoming G-Wagon and SL63 set, it looks like you might be able to open the hood. That's really cool. That experimenting is really cool. But was it really needed to go instead of this? We really, desperately for this one, need this whole goddamn that. Is it because the set part is this? It's because this is the windshield, but it's still on by only 2 studs. Just put those 2 studs in the middle and let us take it out like normal. This does my head in. Please tell me someone else who has this set hates this as much as I do. Please. I need to know. I need to know. Because it pains me so much. It's so annoying. It's not even going back on now. Oh, for God's sake, because of the windshield and the... Now it's back on. Okay, right, yeah. But the rest of this car, it's really nice. Gonna have to do that. But the interior, very cool. The red canister there, and the roll cage is really well done. I love this front bit, except that I fidget with a lot because it's really satisfying, and it's you know, look, I mean, you can see why. But the front, the lights, really well done. The headlights, well done. I mean, the grille. Did I not put a sticker there? Is that something I did? Because I feel like there should have been a sticker there, but clearly there isn't. Was that a me thing? Did I not do that? Hang on, let me quickly check. Cause I don't know if I Lego Dom's Charger. Did I not put I didn't put a sticker there. Okay, look, see, clearly I've been a sticker hater since day one, but I'm kind of okay with stickers now. So now I'm just kind of annoyed that I didn't put the sticker there because I'd rather it be there. But the back, really amazing. The way those light pieces are printed and all of this is printed. To make that light like that, lovely. And it's done so well. Even this little bottom bit here, the little piece there, it's just like this whole thing is just done so well. I love the exhaust. I like how this exhaust, right? I like how, look, it would be very easy. It would be very easy, mock designers, to turn this exhaust setup into a little drag wheelie bar. You get what I'm saying, mock creators? Are you picking up what I'm laying down? I don't know. But this thing, lovely. I really like it. I think this thing is done maybe as good as it could have been. Genuinely, except for this. Lego-wise, I think this thing was done genuinely as good as it could have been. And then, let's talk about the Paul Walker Skyline. This thing right here. Like I said, I looked at this thing and was like, this is bad. I'd rather a better made Skyline of the same generation. And well, honestly, I think it's pretty good. I think this thing's pretty good. I think it's pretty good. Look, my worries were like the spoiler looks pretty rubbish. The front looks too flat and a bit dopey. This whole shield thing, it's interesting, but like I don't know if I would have wanted it to be done. This whole look, the livery, I'll tell you something that I'm gonna do to this car in a second, and some of you might hate me for it. Some of you might hate me for what I'm gonna do with this car. You might. I can live with that. But this thing, I think, is done really well. And one thing that's done so amazingly in this thing is the interior. Look at that. The stickers, I know I hate stickers, but these stickers are done well. The 3 canisters on the side look so sick. The bar there, I don't know what this is supposed to be. I don't. But it's there, and it serves a purpose of some kind. And that goes in the back, and then it looks like there's seats in the back, right? So nice. Very cool. Ivory Tower. God, I'm not playing the crew. I'm filming a Lego video. Very good Lego. Not very good Ivory Tower. My bad. But very well made. As much as the build wasn't very enjoyable, I quite enjoyed the final product. It's nice to have, and I think it looks so cool next to my RX-7, right? A Skyline and an RX-7 next to each other. They could get... No, okay, look, it's cool, though. It's cool that I have these 2 cars now. And the interior, very nice. The rest of it, like, look at the back. Look at the back, man. Look at the back. I thought the back was ugly. I thought the back was poorly done. I was wrong. Honestly, I was wrong. I would also have been wrong if I assumed it was going to focus. But, to prove if I'm wrong or not, before I tell you what I'm going to do to this Paul Walker Skyline, let me run through some alternative mock versions of the Skyline. What does the Skyline look like if it was made by someone from scratch rather than as a set? And here is your answer. We're here on Rebrickable. We have this one. This is the main one that we're going to come back to. We've got another one, which it looks built out of the Supra. Yeah, it looks built out of the Supra. This one looks a bit too bulky. This one's, they've made a Charger out of the Skyline, which is that's criminal, frankly. Frankly, that's vile. That's disgusting. This one, we will also maybe come back to. And then the rest of them are all rebuilds for this Paul Walker set. So, that's where we're sat. But the main one that I noticed is this one. This one right here. The thing is, straight away, it addresses some things that I want addressed with this car. Spoiler, is much, much nicer. And one thing I completely forgot to talk about during this review, actually, is that I don't know if it's just me looking at it right here. Okay, no, maybe it's just me because that thing's the exact same. I don't know. Or is it? No, it isn't. Okay, hang on. So, this Paul Walker Skyline, I looked at it and I removed the spoiler at one point. And this back bit just feels too short. That just doesn't feel like the cockpit. That doesn't feel like the side profile of a Nissan Skyline. And I was like, oh, do I want this whole thing shifted up one stud? No, it'd look weird like that. And this guy has done what I think is needed. Look, if this was the 4-door version, which is the better version of a Skyline, hate me for that. If this was the 4-door version, sure, this is fine. But because it's not, I think this guy, this mock maker, does a really great thing where you can see here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, But this mock maker has made his roof only 4. This is from House and Garden. It's only 4 thick. That's so much better, so much nicer. The fact it's only 4 thick. It means it's so much more compact, which is what a Skyline would look like. But, look, not to hate on this mock maker, is that the same Skyline? Is that actually the same build? Okay, that does not look like that. It is really bulky looking at the front. I don't know if that's just me, but 2 studs up? 2 studs up from the fenders? That's where I'm kind of like, okay, maybe Lego did an alright job. And this rear, I'm just really not feeling this rear at all. Look, I know I haven't built the set. I know I don't have the set, so maybe it's shitty of me to be reviewing this set without owning it, but I just, yeah, maybe it's just me. Maybe it's just me. But yeah, I think it's fine. I think that he does some things a lot nicer. Like the body panel work as well on the side. There's 0 on the Skyline. It's just flat. And that's really well done. And then a big chunk of other stuff is really well done. But then just having the front be so bulbous, it feels off-putting. Like, I'm looking at it right now, and everything is the same proportions except for that front, which it really shows on this angle. On this angle right here, where you can see that the front there is really high. It really jumps up, and then the lights back here, I don't like how the center ones aren't smaller like they're supposed to be, you know, because the Skyline. I don't like how the whole back really is, and that's on me. That's on me that I don't like that. But let's talk about what I'm gonna do to this Skyline. 1. The rims are so cool. They are so sick. I really like these rims. They are genuinely really cool, the rims that come with this Skyline. So let me just quickly take them off to show you. And that's the only reason I'm going to take them off. Yes, that's definitely the only reason. Here's the rim. That is really cool. And you know where it looks, I think, a lot cooler? Well, hey, I'm sorry to tell you this, fellas. But, my Mazda RX-7 is stealing these rims. It is commandeering these rims. They are my Mazda RX-7's rims now. And on top of that, not only am I going to be removing the rims from this Skyline, I might not be putting any rims back on this Skyline. That's just me. I might leave it like that, and I'm taking off the spoiler too. The spoiler's gone. And the front, this is what I've been doing to the front. And I don't know if I'm going to keep this long term, but I take off the front like so. You've got that exposed. Simply take off all of the tile work, take off this bit of the tile work too, and only keep anything grey except for the slope piece. These 3 right here. Then, as simple as the grey tile first, there, then the grey 3x1, and then the grey 3x3. Now I have a much more flat, admittedly, from the hood, but grey Skyline. And that's why I might get rid of the stickers. Because if I get rid of those stickers, there is virtually no blue left on this car. And look, the Paul Walker Skyline is cool and all, but I just want a good Skyline. I just want a good Skyline. And the Paul Walker one, it just isn't cutting it for me. And that's unfortunate. You're alright to like the Paul Walker Skyline, but it just ain't cutting it for me. So that's what I'm gonna do to it. I may take off the stickers, I may take off the whatever, or the other option here is you guys recommend a good mock Skyline. Maybe it's this one that I talked about, and then I buy that. But for now, that's my Skyline, and that's my review of the Lego Fast and the Furious sets. They need more of them, and they're not too greatly done, except for the Charger. Charger, amazing. The Skyline, just not done great. It's not. But the rest of them are sick. And that's where we're going to leave it. I will see you boys in the next one, which, like I mentioned, is going to be building this mock. We'll see how that goes. Yeah, we're gonna sort that out, and I'll see you boys next time. And I think then we're closing in on some brand new Speed Champions. Some brand new Speed Champions that people have already reviewed, but I'm not like in with Lego like that. So hey, Lego, hit me up. I'll see you boys in the next one. In a bit.